Imagine a royal family whose reign was filled with murder, betrayal, and dark secrets. Secrets so chilling that they've been hidden for centuries. The Tudor Dynasty might look like a story of power and success, but it's also one of terrifying truths that still shock historians today. The Tudors were a family of kings and queens who ruled England from 1485 to 1603. Their reign brought about huge changes in the country, but it was also full of mysteries and scandals. Henry VIII, for example, is remembered for having 6 wives, but the story behind his marriages is far darker than you might think. And what about the mysterious disappearance of the young princes in the Tower, or the sudden and tragic death of a young kid who had the world at its feet? These stories and many more reveal a hidden side to the Tudor family, a side that still haunts us to this day. Behind the grandeur of the royal family, there were deep-seated fears, betrayals, and bloodshed. What we often don't hear about are the terrifying secrets that shaped the fate of the Tudor monarchs. Why were there 2 wives of Henry VIII executed? Why did England break away from the Catholic Church? What really happened to the young princes locked away in the Tower of London? Let's uncover these mysteries. Let's begin with one of the most tragic events in the Tudor reign, the execution of Anne Boleyn, Henry VIII's second wife. In 1536, Anne was arrested on charges of treason, adultery, and witchcraft. Officially, she was found guilty and executed by beheading. But the truth is, many believe Anne was framed. Henry's desperation for a male heir drove him to make drastic decisions, and Anne, who had failed to give him a son, became the scapegoat. Her death wasn't just about politics. It was the result of a ruthless court conspiracy to remove her and make way for Henry's third wife. Anne's execution was a turning point in Tudor history and marked a dangerous shift in the power struggles at the royal court. Now let's move to one of the most chilling unsolved mysteries in British history, the fate of the princes in the Tower. In 1483, Edward V, who was just 12 years old, and his younger brother Richard were placed in the Tower of London by their uncle Richard III. They were never seen again. For centuries, people have wondered what happened to them. The most likely theory is that Richard III had the princes murdered to secure his own claim to the throne. But even today, no one knows for sure. The disappearance of these 2 young boys remains one of the most unsettling secrets of the Tudor era, casting a shadow over Richard III's legacy. But the Tudor secrets didn't stop there. Edward VI, Henry VIII's only male heir, became king at just 9 years old after his father's death. The young king was seen as a bright, promising ruler. But in 1553, just 6 years into his reign, Edward suddenly fell ill and died at the age of 15. Officially, he died of tuberculosis, but rumors quickly spread that he had been poisoned. His sudden death left England in chaos, and many believe that the real cause of his death was political, with factions vying for control over the throne. Could the young king have been murdered to clear the way for his cousin, Mary Tudor, to take the crown? The mystery surrounding Edward VI's death is just one more dark chapter in the Tudor saga. But here's the most terrifying secret of all. What if I told you Henry VIII's decision to break away from the Catholic Church wasn't just a political move? It wasn't only about wanting a divorce from his first wife, Catherine of Aragon. Henry believed that the Tudor dynasty was doomed, that God had turned against him and his family. After several failed marriages and an unstable succession, Henry became convinced that his bloodline was cursed. Historians now believe that his break from Rome was a desperate attempt to save his family from collapse. Henry saw the Catholic Church as the source of his problems, and by severing ties with Rome, he hoped to protect his dynasty and ensure his son would inherit the throne. But in doing so, Henry unwittingly set off a series of events that would tear England apart, spark religious conflicts, and lead to the eventual end of the Tudor line. That very act of trying to save his family might have cursed it instead, leading to the violent deaths of several of his wives, the uncertain futures of his children, and the destruction of the very dynasty he fought so hard to preserve. The Tudor dynasty is a tale of ambition, tragedy, and mystery. From the wrongful execution of Anne Boleyn and the unanswered questions surrounding the princes of the Tower, these dark secrets have shaped England's history in ways we still don't fully understand. The very actions taken to protect the Tudor bloodline ended up causing its undoing, and the legacy of fear, betrayal, and murder still echoes in history today. What do you think? Were the Tudors truly victims of their own ambition, or was there something even more darker at play? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you like these kind of videos, subscribe for more timeless tales. Thanks for watching.